Hello, welcome to Popalong RC, the RC car channel dedicated to RC car racing. Now, me and you, boss.
Go on.
We ain't young whippersnappers anymore.
We are not. We're getting on a bit.
We're of a certain vintage, would you say?
The old knees are not in my back hurts.
Oh, my back today.
Anyway, why are we whinging about that? What's going on?
Well, there are some cars out there that are as old as us.
And
today
indeed.
we are at a vintage event.
We are. Today we are at the Phil Booth GP. We are here on the Saturday. It's two-wheel drive day today. Can't make tomorrow, which of course is four-wheel drive. But we're going to document today for you and see how we get on. What car are you running?
I am running the Cougar Classic, which originally we'd planned to run as brushed, but you've done a bit of tweaking to it, and I have to say, I think I need it for today's track. That was hard work, boss. So I've just been out for the first round, and it was awful. So I've got to do some work on the car. So because apparently my piston holes were a little bit too big, I've got big holes I have in my piston. I've ended up going with 800 weight in the front shocks, and it feels a lot better. And I've also applied super glue to the outside of my front tyres. Now, I had super glue on for the first round, but still managed to grip roll, traction roll. What is it? Whatever. Anyway, I've opted for a technique that I used to use on my Tamiya MO3, and that is actually by putting raised dots on each of these little holes here. So you can see every other hole's got a raised dot on it, and I'm hoping that's going to be my secret weapon for the next round. So the track today is looking fun. They've got the dreaded ski jumps back. This it was my Achilles heel, you could say, at the MKGP. The feature is back. It's positioned slightly differently. It hasn't got the turn off of it, but it's still a challenge. It's still a challenge.
But the nice part about this track, yes, it's challenging. I wouldn't say it's difficult. Tricky to get around fast. When you look at the fast guys, they are absolutely smashing it around. It's all about setup as well, isn't it? So set up, getting used to the track, and loads of. I've got loads of excuses. Actually.
You've got loads of excuses.
Yeah.
I've got one massive excuse. Now today is the Saturday, but this track was open all day yesterday for a practice day. So the guys in there, they're giving us all the tips and hints because they've already done a day on the track. Whereas we came in, first run on the track was qualifying this morning.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, look, there you go. Lots of lovely cars. Lots of great people. There's a food wagon down there. I need to get a bacon sandwich.
We need to do that, don't we?
Anyways, after that, should we go see some racing?
Let's go see some cars.
Come on then. Right, just a quick chat about the cars very quickly. I've got to take this out very, very sharpish, so I've got to be quick. Team Associated RC10 team, beautiful car, just taking it out, really nice, super smooth, just nursing it around, really getting used to the track. And down here I have the old Cougar Classic, so I'm fitting between the two cars. I mean, what is that exactly?
Piri piri chicken.
Alright. Where's the grease, man? What the hell?
Well,
You're looking after yourself as you're getting a bit older.
I'm trying to. The thing is, when you do vintage racing, you've got to look after your cars, and we're vintage racers, so I've got to look after myself. My wife loves me. She wants me to last a little bit longer.
Yeah,
She made me a packed lunch today.
fair enough.
I've got an idea, boss.
What?
Should we do a little RC car montage?
Come on then.
Let's go.
Now, being this is the Phil Booth GP, I remember Phil Booth's name being battered around when I was a little boy. Yeah, and this is obviously a meeting for him, right? These were some of the cars that he was involved with, very pivotal in, you know, the design of many of these sort of Schumacher cars. We need to really ask somebody a bit more about what he did in this video. Yeah. But have a look. Some of them, I believe some of them are kind of one-offs actually.
There are a few one-offs here. I do like that that one there, that one at the back, that you're not allowed to touch. You're going to get in trouble. You're going to get him in trouble. Very nice. But look at this one here. I think this one here might be
Prod 1. So
Yeah.
what would that mean?
prototype, maybe.
Don't know. Yeah, maybe. Look at all this. All the gears and
Look,
things in
don't
there.
touch.
I'm not touching. I'm not touching. You stop messing around. It's time to do a pit walk now.
Pit walk time. Just putting me Onyx battery in, and then I'm ready to rock and roll for the final. Right, where should we start? Have you seen this, boss? This is the non-vintage car that never existed, but apparently it did, so therefore it counts. Very nice four-wheel drive RC10. Oh, there's a few people who I've upset with my comments before. I like that. Bit of Tamiya and a very, very nice paint job on there as well. That's a lovely shell. I like it. Very nice. More TRF.
This is all the pros.
These. Oh, wow.
Jamie's car, that one, isn't it?
That is very nice. That gold one over the back looks good. We'll have to go closer and have a look at that in a minute. Friend of the channel, John Barry's been helping me out with my bib today because I forgot my bib. What are you running today?
Coupe Classic.
How's it going?
Yeah, I just managed a 13, 5, 16, so
I watched it,
best
it
one of the
looked
day, best one of the day, clean run, quite happy. So,
All good.
yeah, not changing it for the final.
No.
Or finals.
Finals. You never know. You never know.
You need to get your viewers commenting on what does TCW stand for.
What does TCW stand for?
Can't tell you, you got to work it out.
Might know.
You might know. Put it in the comments down below. Actually, should they be putting it in the comments down below? I don't know whether you should put it in the comments below. It will just get blocked. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This way, this way.
This way, this way. How are you?
Am I allowed to talk to you about your lovely car?
Not you. He can talk to me about the lovely car. Not you.
Not me.
Yeah, but you don't want him driving.
Mr. Standard in the box.
It's only because I can't afford it. I did actually speak to you about this. I believe it was at Oswestry last time we were there, and yeah, it won on the day, I believe. I have actually. Was it second on the day?
Yeah, got beaten by a predator.
I've actually had to go one of these, and they are very nice to drive. But you need to get your hands on one of these, boss. Yes. Because we're back at Oswestry again this year, aren't we? So I reckon you need to try and get your hands on one of these things and have a go.
Do you want to twist my arm?
Twist his arm.
Well, this is because you. Is this the newer version? What's the difference between?
Yeah, I mean, this is actually, if you have a look on the date, all the chassis are numbered, right? So this is actually 2023 chassis number 1.
Yeah. Oh right.
So this was the car I built for my son originally. It was never actually raced. But we converted it all. It's got all the 25. You can put monograms on most of the parts that we've changed. And the arms are monogrammed as well underneath. It's got different bulkheads on the top. These have been strengthened. And we've actually got more pickup points on the rear. This is there's a carbon version of this, but I've been allowed to print it rather than put the carbon version on. It just makes it easier to manage, to own, and so on.
That looks very, very nice. Yeah, and this is available at 2025.
Absolutely.
There you go. I've just spotted someone, friend of the channel. Some call him a legend of the game. He's proper vintage, this one. Some of you might recognise him. Here he is, Mr. Hanson.
Hello boys.
How we doing? You all good?
Right.
I heard your voice on the rostrum when I had a crash.
Oh right.
You sent us a message recently about Stopfold event.
Yes.
Tell us about it. When's the Stopfold event?
40 years of Stopfold.
40 years of Stopfold. It promises to be a great event. It's a club that we've meant to go to on many occasions. It's going to happen this year. We are going to join you at Stopfold at some stage and hopefully get along to the event. I've just seen he's back at his pit now. Shh. There is another car that I need to show you. This, talk about ESCs. This ESC is something else.
Something else.
Can we have a look at this car? Can you tell us about it?
Tell us about it.
Right, so during lockdown, Iconic, there was a post up of somebody, I think it's Nathan had got, Ralls had got an old school chassis that somebody had made there, like way back in the day. Of the dad had got like an old circuit board, machined all the components off, and then cut the fiberglass, and there were still traces on it. And I design electronics for a job. I wanted to design a Speedo, and I've never had the inclination, and I went, I could design a Speedo into a chassis, and lots of sort of naysaying and all the rest of it. And we have, well, this is the second iteration, but yeah, been running it for 4 years at the Iconic.
Can we just turn it around so you can see there? If you want to have a look at that, can you see in there? Wow. Now that is pretty cool.
That is. For some reason, I've heard about this, and I don't know when or maybe it was on one of the Iconic.
It has been on Iconic a couple of times.
Yeah, it's lovely to see it up close and personal.
That is not something you see every day.
I tell you what an absolute brilliant event. I felt quite relaxed today.
It's been a proper chilled time. I'm running, say, the Cougar, It's not the fastest car on the track, but you know what? Starting to get the hang of it now. Just warming up, and it's finals already.
I know, it's a bit frustrating, isn't it? But we couldn't get here for practice, and there was no practice today because they got loads to get through. But up to this point, yeah, been a really, really good event.
So obviously, I've stuck with the Cougar today.
Yeah.
What happened to your Cougar, boss?
Okay, well, I used the Cougar, but I've always wanted a Team Associated RC10 Stealth Team Gold. Were they gold back in the day? I don't know, but I've always wanted one. Now I got one. So I used it today, and it was silky smooth, beautiful, mate. I've really enjoyed racing. It's got faster and faster and faster throughout the day, but like you said, you were warming up. I feel like I've warmed up, and we're going to be doing the finals and going home soon.
But interestingly today, for the finals, we start, if you come first or second in your final, you get bumped up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which means I have a chance of bumping up. Could bump up.
Could
Because
happen.
I'm warmed up now, you see. I might do better.
Yeah,
or I might just carry on doing not particularly well.
Totally agree.
And
we're going to go into the finals. Let's get some footage of the finals, and then go home and have KFC, yeah?
KFC on the way home. It sounds like a plan. Anyway, they're about to kick us off. People are looking at us now. We need to get off the track.
Cool, come on.
Let's go. So Mr. Drescher knows how to drive a car. Paul was the winner actually at the MKGP, and they are taking up the top 2 spots in the A final. Then there is the B final, the C final, the D final. Our friend on the channel, John Barry's made the D final there. Then we come down here, we've got the E final where Mark is sitting in 4th. Then it's the F final, and I am in the G final. So let's hope that I have a good run in the final.
Okay, so as the crowd looks on, we are now into finals. This is Carl's final, and he is 5th on the grid, which is just about there. Should be interesting. Right, and they're away. Always good to get a clean start. The race is never won or lost on the first by the first turn, and he's over. Now what he'll do? Oh, Marshall. Okay, back in business. Nice. Okay, slow and steady is Carl's motto. See if he can make a few spaces up here. Going nice, going steady. All he's got to do is, we're 30 seconds in, he's got it all to play for, and there are accidents happening up the road, so he's ever more closer to sort of passing people over the Astro. Bit tricky, that Astro section. He seems to have this dialed quite nicely. It'd be nice to see him. Okay, so he's made another place up there. You've got to cash in where you can on other people's mistakes. So, okay, we've got a little battle on between Carl and this car in front. Very, very similar pace. I think Carl's lines are slightly better, which is good. He'll just wait for his moment. So what he'll do, he'll figure out where he's faster. He's tighter there. You can't barge your way through, and he's through. I was hoping it would be a little bit more entertaining than that, but okay, it is what it is. Okie doke. Now I don't think that is a car that's going to lap him. I think is racing for position there. Again, nice. Got to get inside on that Astro. These cars do not like that Astro section. Like I say, so we're going to sit pretty for a little while now. He's got some people on his rear end. He's just got to fend them off and not get too stressed. He's got loads of clear track in front of him, so as long as he settles in, I'm not too sure where he is at the moment. Okay, that's 3 minutes. He's got 3 minutes to do some work here. Now this is a track that you do not really want to make mistakes on, because it's quite difficult to get Marshall quickly here. So he's doing all the right things, keeping it slow, keeping it steady. He's closing down the chap in front. He's definitely gaining on this guy. Nice. So he does stand a chance of. We're halfway in, so he's got loads of time. Absolutely no stress whatsoever. If he does come first or second, he gets bumped up and has to go again. So hopefully he's got enough batteries charged. Beautiful, nice. Okay, that was good. I think that possibly is a back marker. Nicely done, though. Now he's through again because there was a I think there's a body tuck on the other car. The other car's pulled off, so he's all good. All he's got to do is sit pretty. We've got 2 minutes left of this race. He's got clear track in front, clear track behind. So all he's going to do is just go through the motions. But one thing you don't want to do is get too complacent. You know, you still want to be hitting your apexes because before you know it, you've got people coming up behind you. So just whilst we've got some clear track, we've had a really good meeting, really great meeting, really super chilled, met some, as always, great people, thoroughly enjoyed this. Not too sure when our next race meeting will be, hopefully not too long away. Hopefully get outside, do some Astro racing at Hearts would be quite nice. That's our local. So yeah, he's kind of doing his own thing here. I think we've got a few people that have dropped out. What do you reckon?
That first lap kind of scuppered me a little bit, didn't it?
I know it did, yeah, I know. Anyway.
Ruined the race, but do you know what? Decent run. As I say, I've only just warmed up.
I know, we've got to go home now.
Okay, so we are now heading into Mark's final. If I zoom in, you can see him there on the edge of the rostrum. So he is starting 4th on the grid, and he is running his RC10. Okay, so let's hope that Mark gets off to a slightly better start than I did in the last round. As you can see here, he is starting 4th on the grid. We have 10 cars in the race. I imagine it's going to be carnage in these first few turns because it has been in every other race so far. Okay. Okay, Mark's gone deep into the first turn. More to keep himself out of trouble, and he is on his roof. That is a double whammy for Popalong. So both Mark and I have ended up last after the first couple of turns. I managed to get myself back into 3rd place. So let's see how Mark does on the track. So he's already caught up back to the back of the field. Oh, one car into the wall. So he's up to 9th. Let's see where he goes next. There's lots of cars in front of him. 9, and he's on there. Oh, he's back to 8th. 8th now. 7th now. So he's up to 7th, but that has been very costly. He is now way off the leaders. They're already coming through to the main jump. So it's almost another spot here for Mark. Let's follow him for a lap. So the carnage of the first few laps has settled, and Mark now is working his way up through the pack. He's just going to enjoy getting some clean laps. I'm enjoying getting some nice footage of his car going round. As we come to the end of the day, we've had a fantastic time at the event. Well done to everyone who put on the amazing show, which was the Phil Booth race. Great getting out running our vintage cars. Obviously the finals didn't go as we would have hoped, and we didn't get the results we were after, but you know what? There's something about vintage racing that is just, it's more than just racing. It's about meeting great people, driving great cars. Big shout out to Natasha, she drove so well in my final, got the bump up. Say we haven't seen them since we were at the Charged RC event last year. And that's the great thing about RC and the vintage scene. We do tend to travel across the country. As I say, Mark and I, our next big proper vintage competition is going to be the revival at Oswestry. Although we've got a vintage series that we'll be running at Mill End potentially, and also we're hoping to get over to Hearts for some outdoor Astro. And don't forget the new event over at, sorry, the 40th anniversary event, I should say, over at Stopfold, which we're hoping to get to. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video, hopefully you've liked, subscribed, hit the old ding dong bell, and we plan to see you trackside soon. Thanks for watching.